There is a tiny U.S. island, so hidden in the Pacific, that most people have never even heard of it. Almost no one arrives there by choice, and the handful of people who live there, they sleep in old bunkers from World War II, surrounded by sharks, cut off from the world. That place is Palmyra Atoll. It's tiny, wild, and sealed off from the world. The real twist isn't that it exists. It's actually about why the US guards it so closely, as if it's hiding something too rare or too dangerous to let outsiders in. To understand that secret, we have to go back to the very beginning of the island itself. From above, Palmyra looks like an ad. Blue water, palm trees, and a glowing lagoon. But land there and things change. The islands barely rise above sea level. One storm can flood big chunks of land. It rains almost every day, turning the ground muddy and the air heavy. In the ocean, sharks circle the reef edges. Manta rays flap through the shallows. Giant clams sit like stone statues, some bigger than backpacks. Unlike most oceans, where people have removed the top predators, here, the sharks still rule. Palmyra isn't a beach trip. It's a glimpse of Earth before humans. And maybe that's why sailors once thought it was cursed. Long before soldiers and scientists, Palmyra was wrapped in mystery. Sailors whispered about cursed treasure, ghost ships, and crews that vanished. Nobody could prove it, but the stories spread like wildfire on long voyages. In 1802, a ship named Palmyra wrecked here, giving the atoll its name. Later, Hawaiians claimed it for their kingdom, and when the US annexed Hawaii in 1898, Palmyra came along in the paperwork, almost by accident. For decades, it was a ghost island, a dot on maps, a place you might point to, but never visit. Stories of missing sailors, eerie nights filled with bird cries, and rumors of treasure hidden under the sand gave Palmyra a haunted reputation. Even captains who never sailed near it warned crews to avoid it. But behind the legends was the real story of how the island even existed. Palmyra only exists because of a volcano. Millions of years ago, fire pushed up from the seafloor and created an island. Slowly, it sank back down, but coral kept growing around the rim, forming reefs and sandbars. That ring turned into 50 tiny islands surrounding a lagoon. On maps, it looks fragile. Up close, it's bursting with life. Birds nest in the trees. Rain washes nutrients into the lagoons. Fish, rays, clams, and sharks fill the reefs. Scientists call Palmyra a time capsule. It shows what oceans looked like before people damaged them. But its isolation also made it valuable. And in World War II, that value exploded. In 1941, after Pearl Harbor, the US scrambled to secure every outpost in the Pacific. Suddenly, this forgotten reef became prime real estate. The Navy rushed in. Crews cut down trees, blasted coral to make channels for ships, and poured runways across the sand. In a few months, paradise turned into a fortress. Imagine the change. Palm forests gone, bulldozers roaring, planes landing on fresh runways. The air that once carried only bird cries now shook with engines and gunfire practice. Palmyra was no longer just a ghost island. It was a tool of war, and with that fortress came thousands of men. At its peak, more than 6,000 soldiers lived here, on islands barely big enough to hold them. Trucks rattling across narrow bridges, patrol planes roaring down coral airstrips, men hauling barrels of fuel through sticky heat. Life was harsh. Soldiers ate the same canned food day after day. Radios broke constantly from the salt air. Bunkhouses leaked so badly, some men just gave up and slept under tarps. One night, a Japanese submarine surfaced and shelled the island. Panic broke out. Luckily, damage was limited, but the blast marks are still there today. For many men, it felt like the edge of the world. Endless ocean in every direction. No escape. Then, just as fast as it began, the war ended. The Navy packed up and left, but they didn't clean up. The runways, bunkers, and rusting junk were left behind. Even today, scientists walk across broken concrete and twisted metal. reminders that war once ruled paradise. But Palmyra's next battle wouldn't be fought with guns. It would be fought in court. In the 1920s, before the war, a Hawaiian family had bought Palmyra. They planted coconuts, patched huts, and tried to live there. When the Navy arrived, they stepped aside. After the war, they wanted their land back. Washington said no, so they sued. The fight climbed all the way to the Supreme Court, and in 1947, they won. It's one of the few times ordinary citizens beat the US government over land. That ruling saved Palmyra from becoming a permanent base or private resort. But ownership brought new problems, like developers with wild ideas. In the decades after the war, companies pitched wild schemes. Casinos, fish farms, even using Palmyra as a nuclear waste dump. Every time, the family said no. Their refusal kept Palmyra wild. That stubbornness gave the island a chance to be something different. Not a resort, not a trash pit, but a scientific treasure. Palmyra works like a cheat code for nature. Millions of seabirds nest in the trees. Their droppings fertilize the soil. Rain washes those nutrients into the lagoon. Coral reefs feed on it. Fish thrive. Sharks stay at the top. The loop is perfect. Land feeds the sea. The sea feeds land. And it hasn't been broken. For scientists, this is priceless. Palmyra shows what reefs looked like before pollution, overfishing, and climate damage. One researcher said it's like stepping back hundreds of years, a living reference point for the world. But Palmyra's story isn't only about thriving life. It's also about wreckage. Beneath its waters, Palmyra hides a graveyard of war, rusting planes, sunken ships, abandoned gear. But instead of fading away, they've become reefs. Coral covers wings, fish dart through cabins, sharks glide past twisted propellers. And while the past lies underwater, the future is written in Palmyra's reefs above. Palmyra doesn't just show us the past, it warns us about the future. Because it's untouched, even small changes show up fast. What happens here is often a preview of what will hit the rest of the Pacific, and maybe the world. Think of it as nature's early warning system. If Palmyra's reefs get sick, other reefs won't be far behind. Scientists call it a time machine for climate. Study Palmyra now, and you can guess tomorrow. It's not just a curiosity. It's a front line for understanding climate change. So why can't you go? It's not a secret, it's survival. Palmyra's balance is so delicate that one mistake, a bug hiding in luggage, algae stuck to a boat, could ruin everything. That's why only 4 to 20 scientists live there at a time. Unless you're a researcher or a huge donor, you'll never step foot here. Even ships that pass nearby keep their distance. No fishing, no tourists, no casual camping trip. It's not about locking people out. It's about keeping nature safe inside. And that safety is what lets Palmyra keep teaching us. Think about its journey. A ghost island sailors feared, a fortress with 6,000 men, a courtroom win against the US government, developers trying to ruin it, and finally, a sanctuary for science. Every time someone tried to change it, Palmyra bounced back. It's like the island was saying, "You don't control me." What's it like for the few people who do stay? Imagine being one of just 15 humans on an island in the middle of the Pacific. No stores, no neighbors, no quick flights home. It's both paradise and challenge, a reminder of what the Earth looked like before people filled it up. So, if that blew your mind even a little, you know what to do. Subscribe. This is Glor.